When I was just a little boy, I asked my father, what will I be? Will I be handsome? Will I be rich? Is what he said to me.
Hi, welcome to the Relishing Dead podcast, where we devour everything in the TWD universe and from. I'm Dawn.
I'm Barb.
I'm Eliza.
I'm Carol.
Don't sound so disappointed.
So
I'm going to come up with a new name.
We were anticipating the season 3 premiere, episode 1, Shatter, and it did not disappoint at all. I know the last 15 minutes I was like this.
I think I was like that the whole episode. Now that I get to watch it, so I'm excited to talk about it tonight.
Yeah.
It was, to me, it was probably one of the best premiere episodes for a show that I've seen. I mean, it was just like right out the gate. Oh my God.
Yeah. Like Harold said, it's going to be dark.
Mm-hmm.
And it's dark. It started off dark. We're waiting for the funny. I don't see the funny yet, but it's dark.
Well, I like that they opened it right out the gate. Yeah. So if you weren't following, you really didn't know what was going on. So you really needed to be following.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. What was y'all's favorite scene?
My favorite.
Jade and Boyd talking and having their little drink.
My favorite scene was Boyd with I don't remember his name, the one that was holding the animals, the kid from the bus.
Randall.
I like the speech and the leadership that Boyd took and how he talked him down. So that was probably my favorite scene.
Yeah. Carol?
My favorite scene was when Boyd and Father Cautry were together, and Boyd says, or Father Cautry says, it's going to get cold soon, and Boyd says, we got blankets, and Father Cautry goes, oh yeah, the blankets, I forgot about those.
And I guess my favorite scene, and I know it was probably one of y'all's as well, was Boyd and Ethan talking on the swing.
That's the one that broke Barb.
Yeah, we don't want to break Barb, but
yeah, I cried.
It's funny because it's Ethan that our main characters go to and have those kind of calming discussions. You know, Donna did with him about being afraid and stuff like that, and now here's Boyd, and what was your line, Barb, that broke you?
I don't know why. It was just the kid was talking about his sheep, I guess it was Alma. He said, take Alma first. And he's like, and Boyd says, why? And he goes, because I don't want him to see his friends die. God. You know, for a kid to say that. I mean, I know it was written for him, but it broke me.
Yeah.
And I had to pause it because I was crying.
Yeah, and I think we've all have said this to each other, and I know a lot of the family has said it as well. Watching Ethan growing up, or watching Simon Weber growing up on screen, is so similar to us watching Chandler Riggs growing up on screen. I mean, just in between seasons, how much they've changed. And I'll admit, I kind of wanted to, Ethan on season 1. But you can really see the character evolve in 3rd season.
Yeah.
Well, I felt that same way with Chandler in season 1 and 2. I was just like, oh.
Yeah, when he got Dale killed, I was like, it's your fault. You need to go. No.
Get back in the house.
Get back in the house. It was.
Go to your room.
There was a lot of cringe moments for me, and when we get to like those scenes, I'll tell you what they were. But I literally was like this. No, because you expect that from The Walking Dead. We're already on our defense. So there was a certain scenes that I was just like, oh no. Okay, they're good.
Yeah. I mean, totally.
PSD.
And I know that we like to watch it several times before we talk about it. And it's like the first time I was like, okay, I've just got to sit here and I've just got to watch. I've got to absorb I got to step away. I got to go clean the house, and then I need to come back, and do it again because it was, it was tough.
Yeah.
From first 5 minutes, it was a tough episode.
Yeah.
And I got into my mental thought of like, how is she gonna get home? Like, if I was stuck in that situation, I actually thought about putting myself in that situation. Like, how the freak am I gonna? Not that she's gonna get home because she is back in the real world, but how is she gonna get her family? That sucks.
But is she in the real world, or is she in a parallel world? Because I thought it was just so uncanny that she was in the church talking to that priest, and he's doing his priestly things, and then he's like, "What kind of snacks did Victor pack?" And she just
I knew it. I knew there was a clue in there.
He goes, "Humor me," and it took that for her to kind of go through and see the address, and I'm kind of like, "Oh, she may not be in a real world. Right. She may be in a parallel world, just like they're in."
So we have so many comments in the comment section, and everybody. Elizabeth Hanson Green said that was so sweet with the conversation between Boyd and Ethan.
Mm-hmm.
And she also said both boys can't do what they're told. Destiny thinks of the Grimes family when she sees them. Of course, my offspring Angel is freaking out because she has been waiting all day and she's been texting me and messaging me.
Yeah, and Destiny said, is she in a world of people that may have escaped the town?
Yeah. Like I said, as soon as that priest said that, I said, there's a clue in there somewhere in that lunchbox.
Exactly. And there was something, and I kept wanting to try to go back. There was something about that cell, all of the vintage stuff. I couldn't quite figure it out, but they focused too much, I thought, on that cell.
I was just looking for our shirt. I swear I was. It's on the rack. It's in the middle. Did you see it?
Show me the lips.
Well, one of the extras wearing it.
We got to see somebody having that.
Speaking of, when did they start filming the first episode?
It was March. No. It was, when was the strike over?
So it was before any of them got their shirts?
Yes, it was. Yeah. It was before. They started filming before. I want to say it was around the first part of December when they started filming again after the strike.
Yeah, because they had to do a little bit more after, didn't they?
Yeah,
okay. Yeah. I'll still look though, because you never know what scenes they throw back in. They go, okay, we have to redo this one. Yeah. So, but yeah,
couch or something at the Colony House.
Yeah, because Liz got hers first, and so I'm expecting it to see hanging on that coat rack or something. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
But I love how they all are becoming a family, which reminds me of The Walking Dead, how they're becoming more close knit. And I love where Boyd takes over for Ethan and Julie. He's becoming that father figure. He stepped into it. He didn't have to think twice. He was there.
Yeah, you're right, Dawn. You're right.
Yeah. I love that man.
And I think we're gonna start seeing a closer. I mean, he and Donna have always had kind of a symbiotic relationship of you take care of your people, I'll take care of mine people. But I think we're going to start seeing, like you said, a merging of groups in order to survive, and we've seen that, like you said, with the Walking Dead communities as well. But yeah, shit's getting real or whatever. It's one of the things Carol and I were talking about is they are listening. They, meaning whoever's out there, are listening to everything that's going on day and night. And tell them why, Carol.
Well, I firmly believe after this weekend watching the movie The Watchers, I am sprung. I think that it is so. If it's not Faye theory based, I'll be so surprised. Because there's so many things in The Watchers in that movie that are in this show too.
Can't believe I watched that movie.
Oh my God!
Did you watch it?
Yeah, Barb didn't care for it. She said it was.
I haven't watched it.
It was.
It's just slow.
It's slow. I watched it. I don't remember.
I think it's Prime.
Is it Prime?
I think.
I rented it on Vudu.
Yeah.
I want my money back.
But there's so many things that are similar.
Mm-hmm.
And even the runes and stuff, the runes that you see at the beginning of the movie are the same type of runes that are on the talismans and from, and are on the posters in from. So there's a lot of crossover. And yeah, the movie was really slow. And you really had to pay attention and watch things. But I was watching it because I had heard several people compare from to the Watchers. And so I was
I get that.
Out, and sure as hell, there was a lot of things.
And there's Carol and I were talking about, there's a kind of a hierarchy of fairies with the fairy, the fae, and then there's the slua, and the slua are kind of the more demonic part. And one of the things that I noticed right out the gate with this episode, if you guys have seen 30 Days of Night, we actually saw more monsters in monster form walking the streets this time than we have in the past. You know, I mean, we're seeing the full Monty right on. For those who have not seen The Watchers, I did not know until just now that it is written by Ishana Night Shyamalan. So it's M. Night Shyamalan's son. So there's your sign.
Somebody was talking about The Quiet Place, and I started it, and I ended up falling asleep. Like, it looked good, but my big question on that one, I don't know if anybody's ever seen it, but everybody has to be quiet, and this woman is running around with a cat, and I'm like, does this fucking cat ever meow?
Well, no, it doesn't. Just ask Skidmark.
Does it know to be quiet?
He don't meow that much.
No.
Yeah,
Yumiko
exactly.
never meow.
Yeah.
So.
But there are some. It looks like you can watch The Watchers on, it looks like maybe HBO, Prime Video, Apple, Vudu, YouTube, Hulu. So you should be able to find it just about anywhere, I think.
Yeah.
When was that released?
21?
2024. Yeah. So it's a new one. He had to have gotten some ideas off of.
That's what I was wondering. Like, that's why I was wondering the year. Yeah.
When I first searched it, I came up with the series Watchers, which is something about paranormal in New Jersey or something.
That's something else. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, it's Watch the Watchers on Prime Video. But yeah, 24. So he had to have gotten some ideas, Don. You're right.
Yeah. I think so.
Yeah.
Are you ready?
We're ready.
Okay. Hi, Jennifer.
Hey, Jen.
Hey, Jennifer. All right. Here we go.
Yep.
Tabitha wakes up in the hospital.
What's her room number?
420.
101.
420.
No. It's in there. I grabbed the picture. That's for you. Let's see.
Yeah. You know, I know I sent that to you guys, that the screen monitor beside her, where she went to get the clothes out of the closet. I know it said error, but my mind immediately went to the word terror. I'm like, I forgot the T.
Yeah, I took that picture because I knew Barb was going to ask me about it, and then I can't remember what the number is. It's a 4 number.
Is it really?
420.
420.
420. She sneaks out of her hospital room when she learns that the police are on their way. I thought this was interesting.
Lucky number 13.
Yeah, that's bad. That's bad. No bueno.
That's no way.
No bueno.
And she walks out of the hospital. She sees the cops.
Yeah.
She's looking homeless and beat up. And that's who she sees standing across the street at her.
He's doing his little wave. He's doing his little wave.
Yeah, she sees the boy in white just waving at her.
So how many of you guys were looking at everybody in the background to see if they were characters from town? I was too, Barb. I was too. I was like, oh, did that?
I was so focused on the background.
I was like, does that person look like Jim? Ooh, that person looks like Jim. You know, I was like,
Yep.
somebody here.
Destiny said she was too.
Yeah.
Oh, look at Anissa being all smart and everything. Her room number is 2225. 2 plus 2 and 2 plus 5 equals 47.
What the hell's that got to do with anything?
The number 4 and 7, those two numbers are used all the time in the show.
Oh, I got you. I'm like, what?
Good Lord, Anissa.
All right. So then we're back to Fromville.
Yep.
And we have Boyd and Father Cautry talking, and that was my scene that I loved. I thought that was hysterical. Blankets. Oh yeah, I forgot about those.
All right, so here was a side discussion that Carol and I had. I think for the most part, we have thought that Father Cautry was like a projection of Boyd's conscious. You know, we talk to one another. But what if they're not? What if they are? I mean, because I thought it was weird because when they were all doing their preview party and they were asking them those questions, are you more afraid of spiders or ghosts? And they all said, spiders. They would take ghosts anything. So I'm wondering if those are actually apparitions or another fairy formation that's taken the form of them. So that would mean that his wife and that what's his doodle, the bartender.
Yeah.
And Cautry are actual, what's his doodle? Are actual beings. They're not a conscious projection.
Angel.
Did you see Angel's comment? Boyd with that damn arm wrap was stressing me out. That was not how he was supposed to wrap his arm. And I agree. I was doing the same thing. I'm like, just fucking find
I would have said, Cautry, get over here and hold this bandage. Help me. Do something. Well, and I come to that saying because Boyd asked him, I know that wasn't my wife. So what are you? And he says, I can't answer that now, Boyd. So that's the reason I was wondering, well, maybe they are something. We just don't know what.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Puking her brains out.
And that stressed me out because she was taking an awful long time in that bathroom.
That's what that other chick said.
Yeah.
There's one bathroom in this whole house?
Yeah.
That's what I was wondering. In that big house?
Go out back. Who fucking cares?
Right. All right.
Oh, Jade, he's done dropped his booby basket. He really has.
He's figuring it out, Eliza. He's figuring it out.
Exactly. He's trying. I think he kind of broke something in his brain.
Yeah.
I love how they had to pull him out from underneath all of the string. They had to pull him out. I thought that was funny.
Yeah.
All right.
Here we go.
Now, Dawn, you were telling me something about her phone call that you were curious on how does she know what she's in the right timeline for her mom.
Yes, I did say that. And I was like, I'm surprised she remembered the number too, because people don't remember phone numbers anymore. Everything is, but I was also surprised the girl gave her the phone. I was like, yeah. But I was wondering, I was like, is this going to be the right timeline? Is she going to call and they're going to be there?
Yeah, because it was, we have to remember when Marielle showed up, she said, you've been gone. How long was it? Like 6 weeks or something like that?
I didn't catch how long she said.
But she gave a specific time frame, and you were only 2 hours away, so she gave a time frame. So I'm wondering, time moves faster from town than what it does in real life, because she said the police are still looking for you. So it's like maybe to Mom they haven't been gone that long, but to her it's been quite a while.
Well, and then when we had Harold on, he said everything is happening really fast. That's why they're all not got together to talk about it.
Exactly.
So one event's happening after another.
Right.
And that girl's like, you're going to have to go sanitize your phone.
Yeah. All right. So then we see the church. So she heads towards the church, and we head back to Fromville.
Yeah.
And we find all of the vegetables have rotted.
Yes.
Everybody starts freaking out.
Donna is freaking out.
Yeah. Donna is freaking out.
She's stressed to the max.
Yeah.
This
Yes.
is
And everybody starts to panic. And
Especially Randall.
Randall goes and grabs the goat. He goes and grabs Tabitha. I know that's not the goat's name.
Alma. Alma.
Look,
did y'all see where somebody said, "What if Randall was Donna's son?"
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, oh my god.
that's funny. Yeah,
Yeah.
look, it's Hilltop and it's Tabitha the goat, and you'll never make me change my mind. And they have that whole conversation, and that was what yours, Eliza's, was your favorite, was the speech that Boyd gives.
Yeah, with Ethan.
right?
Yeah.
But weren't you guys kind of disappointed that Donna wasn't calmer? Like Boyd had to bring her down because, you know, her and Boyd are like, you know,
The leaders.
yeah, she's running Colony and he's running the town, and she's like running amok. And he has to bring her down. Yeah.
She's hungry.
I wasn't disappointed with her as much as I saw that even Donna, as strong of a woman that she is and as strong of a leader as she is, that she has her breaking points too.
Yeah, but you got to understand, when she did that, that made everybody else panic.
Yes,
because
it did.
when you're a leader, everybody
Yes.
looks to you, and when
Absolutely.
you panic, everybody else, and that's why they all went for the food.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That reminded me of everybody breaking past Spencer and going for the food.
Yeah. It was not Donna's most shining moment, that is for sure.
Yeah. And I'm still trying to figure out, like you said, our timeline of what sequence of timing, because if it's soon after the attack on Colony House, then yeah, she's in a very frayed state still,
Mhm.
But we saw from the trailer preview, she breaks. She does not maintain that tough bitch, fuck you, stalwart attitude. She does get to a breaking point. So,
Now, just think, if they didn't have Boyd, everybody would be running wild.
Everybody would be running amok for sure.
I'm sorry. Every time I hear a muck, all I think about is
Amok. Okay, so then Jim and Kenny go into the forest to go on their journey to find Tabitha. And they see these these
Princess
things.
was there.
Yeah, exactly. And it kind of creeps them out, and it would kind of creep me out too. And again, there's also these kinds of things in the Watchers too.
Exactly. Yeah, the point of no return.
Uh-huh. Yeah. So I kind of have a feeling that that's what these things are as well. Anyway.
And then we have these other homestead shacks.
Right. And they decide to shack up.
And when they did shack up and they heard the noise, this is another part where I cringed, and he's like, okay, it went away. And I'm like, no, it didn't. It's coming for you.
Yeah.
I'm ready. It's coming.
I'm like, no. Okay, we're good.
But weren't you proud of Kenny? He was like so calm.
He
Like,
was.
Mhm.
Yeah.
He was. And and it was like, okay, Jim's kind of like, yeah, maybe we should go back,
Well, and this is also when I think that what I call the Maggie speech that Jim gives to Kenny in the cabin. He starts telling him, well, I think maybe we should go looking for her. Maybe, I don't want to leave my kids without any parents and stuff like that. So
yeah.
And then we're back with Tabitha. Tabitha's in the church, and she's in the confessional, and she's talking to the priest. Did anybody think that priest looked an awful lot like what's his face in the cave?
Martin.
yes, Martin.
Right?
Yeah.
Kind of looked like Martin, I thought.
Yeah.
Who?
This guy in the cave that threw
the rope down to Boyd when he was in the
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
One was in the
is your blood.
chains.
Yeah.
My blood is your blood.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just telling you, she's not in the real world. This is not real world. because he it's like he knew that was in the bottom of that lunchbox, and he's like, humor me, just look at your snacks, look at your snacks, what kind of snacks have you got? That hard-boiled egg has got to be bad by now. Do not eat that bad. Do not eat that hard-boiled egg.
Don't eat the egg.
Don't eat the egg.
So yeah, so then he asks her, he's like trying to talk to her, and he asks her about what kind of snack Victor packed, and she opens up the lunchbox. And there we have it. If lost, please return to Victor Kavanaugh at 1597 Burrough Street, Camden, Maine.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, egg farts, Terry, exactly.
Egg farts.
Egg farts.
And the thing about the name Thomas, when he said that's a good name, Thomas was a doubter in the Bible, Thomas the doubter. So it's kind of like, yeah.
The scream I scrimped.
Scream I scrimped.
All right, so we're back in Fromville, and it's apparent that Elgin is still not sleeping. And Donna and Ellis kind of see Elgin walk past them. And Elgin's just not having a good time.
Yeah.
But he sits down, he's long enough to do some knitting, and there's creepy Tilly.
And there's creepy tall woman.
And then we don't know who that chick is. We still don't know what that vision is about.
Yeah.
Yeah. When she came towards Elgin with her hands out, there was something coming from her hands when she went and touched his face. And I told Carol, I said, it reminded me of the Sandman dust. He would blow into your face to make you sleep. But there was something that fell from her hands, a dust particles, that when she touched his face. I've heard theories, that it's Tilly, that it's Fatima, and that it's just the witch that's part of this game that's going on. But Elgin knows something. It's almost like he's been there before. That's the reason people think he's their son.
Yeah. I think he just doesn't remember, and I think that his memories are coming out in his dreams.
Right, because he talks about the lake of tears and things like that. Hey, Taryn, thanks for joining us. Thank you.
Oh, Taryn with Boyd. Thanks. We loved it too.
Yeah, but I that's the reason a lot of people are thinking that Elgin is their son, is because he's like deja vu. Every place he turns, it's like deja vu for him, and you can see it in his face. And so,
is it maybe deja vu, or kind of like he's had dreams of this? Yeah, and he's reliving his dreams.
More like a premonitions and things like that. Yeah. I think if he could ever get together with Ethan and Victor and look at pictures, because he's never seen the drawings of Victor's, he might help them put things together.
Yeah.
Who do we think Eloise is? Ooh, I don't know.
I thought Eloise was Victor's sister, they thought.
Yeah.
Yeah, Eloise is Victor's sister, but I don't think we've seen her yet.
No, we haven't. I think there is a familiar
flashbacks that Victor's had, but that's all. And I have a sneaking suspicion that she's going to either show up in monster form or in the town that Tabitha's in.
There are theories out there in the Frumley land that there is familial connections to the people who are currently in the town and people who have been in the town previously. And I've heard that there is a familial connection between Abby and Victor. Now, I don't know what that is, on what level of family it would be on, but yeah, there's definitely, those theories are out there.
Terry says, my sister, my mother, my sister, my mother.
We talked about if Elgin is the baby, how weird it's going to be to have little Elgin, big Elgin.
Yeah, it's gonna create a rip in the time continuum for sure.
I should show him the picture of Fatima's baby that's been released.
Yeah. You're gonna show it?
Yeah, I gotta find it now. I know.
All right. So Ethan walks in and hears them talking about the animals. Donna and Boyd are talking about slaughtering the animals and how they're going to do it. And Ethan hears it. He goes outside because he's heartbroken, and Boyd has a conversation with him. And this is the one that broke Barb. And look, she's broken again.
Yeah. That was tough.
That was super sweet.
And maybe they will leave Boyd for last to watch all his friends die.
Maybe. All right, and then this is Victor's dad.
Mm-hmm.
And that was, I knew as soon as he pulled up and got out of the car exactly who he was. They did such a great job casting because Victor looks like he could be his son.
It was so funny because when the car pulled up, I'm like, was that one of the cars in the lot?
Mm-hmm.
I did not even think about that.
Yeah.
Damn, Barb.
Okay.
That's the first thing I was looking at.
All right, so here's the baby that's been leaked.
I want one.
Look at the evil laugh.
There it is.
Nice.
Oh my gosh.
I want one. No.
I knew that's exactly what I said. I want one.
It's like a little baby from Labyrinth.
I really thought you had some. Whatever.
I know.
Leaking baby.
Nice.
Oh, ew. They always leak.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
All right. So then Boyd or Jim and Kenny are having, then this is where they're having the conversation that I call the Maggie speech.
Yeah.
Kenny he holds himself together so well. Although he does grab a gun, and historically we know that the monsters don't respond to the guns. It's not something that can kill them. So I didn't quite understand that. But he did check the talisman, so that was good.
Has anybody ever shot them in the head?
What?
Has anybody ever shot one in the head?
Boyd's tried.
Yeah.
Did he shoot it in the head? Okay.
They need zombie training.
Right.
Exactly.
Zombie school.
I'm sure they've watched The Walking Dead, so I mean, come on.
They have to go to zombie killing school.
Right.
Oh, it's
Right.
always in the head.
Yeah. So we have learned that the monsters are now totally and completely going to screw with this group. And they go and they open the pen where the goats are, and they open the barn where the cows are.
Oh,
And
this was so bad.
Boyd looks out the window and he sees he just sees the herd of animals just walking down the street.
And I thought they were going to blame Randall.
Right. Yeah.
From here on out, I cried. It was the last 15 minutes were the most difficult.
Yeah.
And guys, weren't you surprised that they showed the creatures so much in depth this time? Like the first two seasons, I mean, they were like out there. I was kind of like taken back. Like they were just changing form. Like, yeah.
It was totally like 30 Days of Night. I mean, they were walking around full blown monster, not trying, but yeah. It was creepy as shit. Yeah. And a lot of people had thought, that somebody knocked on the door and made Ethan. He went out to get the Alma, and that's where Grandma was.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was. They were in full form. They were ready to go.
And they probably did that to get him to come out, since they can hear everything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You guys are killing me in the comments. Destiny says, "Where's Shane when you need him?"
Well, it wouldn't have mattered. There was a talisman in the barn when they got in there, but there wasn't one to start. They didn't need one. There was nobody in there at the time, so that's how they got in. And it's
she's probably thinking if they put one in with the animals, they wouldn't have got in there to begin with.
Oh,
right.
That's what I'm taking from it.
Yeah. And it's kind of along that whole vampirical theory of once you open the door and let them in, it doesn't matter if there's a talisman or not. If you open the door or you open the window, you invite them in, you're done.
It's like a vampire. You invite them in.
That's right. That's right. Yeah. And that was the cow.
That was gruesome.
Oh, that was so. Carol laughed because
I laughed. Did the irony of the milkman killing the cow skip everybody?
Carol, only you. Only you
Did we
sat
not
there and giggled.
appreciate that level of humor where you have a milkman killing a cow?
That was you're so bad.
No? Okay.
I felt so
It
sorry
must
for
be
that
just me
poor
then.
cow.
I guess that's where Harold says it gets funny.
Yes.
I don't know.
Dark funny.
That
Dark
was
funny.
that was
I
a
thought that was
brutal scene for that poor cow writhing around. I was like, oh my God,
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna be a vegetarian.
A vegetarian. I'm a vegetarian.
Yeah, the milkman killing cow.
I
Yeah.
know. I sent Scott McCord a message on his story, and I said, "Thank you so much for saving Jade."
That's funny.
And I mean, Randall sure didn't rush out to help him, but at least he turned the lights on and honked the horn. I'm like, wow, okay,
Right.
you're a little chicken shit now. We know.
That was one of the parts where I was like Barb. I was cringing. I'm like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God.
Yeah, because Sarah was like last behind you. You could see that little camera view of her behind the bus, and the other two getting in the bus. I'm thinking, oh my God, something's gonna get Sarah last minute.
Yeah.
Okay, she's good.
Okay, but doesn't anybody want to know why Sarah's sneaking around in the bushes at night?
What the hell, Sarah?
Sneaking in the bushes.
I'm like, what's going on?
She's a little pin Tom.
I didn't think of that. No, like I always say, like, I didn't even think of that, but like Donna's like always there no matter what happens. So
Right.
I
maybe
don't know
Sarah's
why she's sneaking around. Actually,
I mean, maybe she's one of them. You know?
Right? I mean, at this point, we don't know who's who.
Yeah, because if you watch the Watchers,
in the bushes.
you know, if you
Subscribe to
watch the
that
Watchers,
theory. Yes.
they're trying to take human form
And
because they
assimilate.
want to get back to the human world, and that's what these are doing. So maybe she's one of them.
No, Tina has the best answer. She had to go potty, and Fatima was puking again.
There you go, Tina. Tina gets it. Tina for the win. Tina gets
Excellent. Excellent.
the win. That's awesome.
Funny,
So,
Great.
did everybody just have a stroke?
yes.
I was like this.
Wake up, please be a dream. Wake up, please be a dream.
I think we all thought,
Ugh.
yeah.
That
We said
house
we
there,
couldn't break.
we were safe.
Yeah, you said we couldn't break you.
Mhm.
I want to find Cowboy and get him on our show. Yeah.
Of course, right, boy.
God, I was hoping he was waking up.
It was to me the very last episode, and you guys will know this was very film noir. The very last closing minutes of it, where it fades to black, and all you hear is Boyd and the screams.
Mm-hmm.
Now everything was in Cantonese, and I did happen to dive into the Frumley land to find out.
Of course you did.
Of course I did.
Of course you did.
Of course I did. And one of the people in the Frumley land, her husband is Cantonese, or Cantonese speaking. Basically, everything that she was saying during that period was, look after Kenny. Kenny's going to be on his own. He's going to be on his own. Please take care of Kenny.
Okay, that just makes it worse for me now.
I know, but I wanted you to know. And she said, I don't want to leave Kenny alone. Please take care of Kenny. Make sure he's safe. So that was the whole thing, basically, that she kept repeating over and over. So yeah, that does make it worse. And somebody was like, well, put it on. These stupid people were like, put it on subtitles. It'll tell you. And I'm like, the fuck it does. It just says speaking in Cantonese, like, it's like, I know you're not speaking Scooby-Doo. So I jumped through the Frumley land and found it. So I was like, good to have somebody who can speak Cantonese. So
Barbara,
no, I'm laughing so hard I'm crying.
I have
crying,
11, and then they pull. I mean, that gives a whole new meaning to pull your hair.
Yeah. Yeah, they messed her
yeah.
up.
Well, your scalp, not your hair.
Yeah.
Yeah. He scalped her.
That was
Yeah.
she was like the most innocent of the people in town, you know.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
she was the cook, so they really are screwed. She could have made something out of that rotten potato. Now,
Yeah.
you know,
But you know what's so terrifying too is remember the girl by the tree with the arrow? It's the same how evil they are, and they like to torture. So what else are they going to do?
yeah, even Donna says that, you know, they skinned her alive and toyed with her. And
Yeah.
so, yeah, because we don't actually see her die, I'm wondering if they leave her in some kind of a state where she dies a couple of days after or something like that. It's just going to be, yeah.
I just hope she's gone before Kenny gets back.
Well, if we've learned one thing from TWD is that if we didn't see it happen, it didn't happen. So,
So Carol, you and I had talked about it before because I was like, this is very film noir. You fade to black and all you hear are the screaming of both her and Boyd. And you said we saw the same thing in The Walking Dead with season 6, the last episode before we went 7-1. So
right. So the next episode in TWD is when we saw what actually happened. And so they're kind of leading us down that road for the next episode. So if it doesn't happen, I mean, we'll know next week for sure what happened. You know.
Absolutely.
But right now, my heart is saying, please no, you know. But you know, then my dreams will be dashed next week, and
I will say, you know, the actress Elizabeth Moy that plays Tien Chen, she did a bang job. She did an amazing job, and this was her first acting gig. So, yeah, so I'm really hoping that this show will help catapult her career because she did an amazing job right out the gate.
Yeah, we're excited if we can get her on the show. We'd love to talk to her. So,
Dawn,
What?
no,
Huh?
no, because no.
What?
No.
What?
Yeah, she was amazing, Elizabeth. She was absolutely amazing, and we absolutely love her.
No more pancakes.
And this has said no more pancakes. Destiny says we need justice for Kenny's mom.
Like I said, I
Hashtag,
hope he doesn't come back and find his mom suffering, and they have to put her down.
Yeah, that would be horrible. I would almost rather her go ahead and have them take her out so that Kenny doesn't have to see that.
Because the way they sounded when they were talking in the little hut, that they were going to come back.
Yeah.
Hashtag WWBD.
Right. What would Boyd do?
Yep.
So
that was a tough episode to start. I mean, but you know, they've told us that it's going to be a gut punch after gut punch after gut punch. So it's going to be a nonstop deal, and we will get some answers, but we'll have more questions on top of that. You know,
yeah, I already do. I've got more questions that I got answers from. So
Dawn knows.
My gut is jelly. Angel says, "Yeah, ours too." So, all right, we got any predictions?
I do. I have prediction. But you said no.
No, not that kind of prediction.
Oh.
Predictions for the show.
All right, who's going to be the next? We should take bets. We need to have a bet wheel, kind of like a football deal.
I think when Kenny comes back and finds out about his mom, he's going to take himself out.
That's a possibility.
I don't know if he's going to take himself out because of Christy, but I think he's going to be reckless.
Yeah. I could almost see him pulling like an Abby, going around shooting everybody, you know.
Right.
Yeah. You're right. He's going to be very reckless because he's like, I have nothing now.
Right.
Yeah.
Terry's got a prediction. Terry said that he predicts that there'll be another episode.
And it'll be good.
But it's funny when we were talking about, what we think is happening, like Victor. I was saying Victor is going to wake up from the dream, or, even though Donna's protecting her group, maybe it's all Donna. And then I'm thinking, what if it's all Boyd?
When's this all Boyd's dream and all his mind?
Yeah. I mean, it could be any one of them, but, not that it particularly is a dream, but maybe they have something to do with it. And we think that Boyd is such the good guy, but what's really going on there,
Maybe
Or
not.
I mean, you have to think maybe it originates in the car accident with the Jim and all of them, and maybe
He's in a coma.
maybe it's Ethan's dream because of the Chromonocle.
Yes,
and
because he's all about the
quest.
storytelling.
And he was out. He was out, so maybe this is, something going on. But I don't want it to be, do y'all remember Dallas where Bobby wakes up and it was all a dream? It can't be a Bobby episode,
Maybe it's Mari's dream. She's the one who's going through detox right now.
The Chromonocle.
The Chromonocle.
The Gulagog. So yeah, it's just there's a lot. But kudos to Elizabeth Moy on playing a very well liked character. I think she was probably one of the ones that everybody really enjoyed.
Do we want to announce that for October 14th, or we want to wait?
Look at Lisa.
Lisa's like, she can't handle it. So, Elisa, who are we getting on October 14th?
Elizabeth Moy.
So Kenny's mom will be with us on October 14th, and we're so excited to have her.
Yes, Elizabeth Moy would be joining us. She was great. She started sharing our stuff on Instagram and social media, and I reached out to her, and she was like, "Oh, I would love to, and thank you guys for your support." So, yeah, we're really excited to have her, and we will ask her herself what she was saying in Cantonese, so we don't have to fall down the Frumley land hole. But yeah, so Elizabeth Moy, October 14th, be here.
We're going to talk to Kenny's mommy.
Yes. And we'll get to talk about Kenny with her.
Glenn Jr.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's going to be exciting.
Yeah. So anybody in the audience, you guys have any questions for us?
Any predictions?
Any predictions you guys want to share?
I'm really excited to see the conversation between Tabitha and Victor's dad next week if we get that.
Yeah, I am too. I want to see how that goes because that's going to bring up some shit.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, that poor man has spent his whole life, his whole married life, knowing that his son, his daughter, and his wife all disappeared.
Yeah. Well, and we don't know. Maybe.
So we think.
Taryn, who's done quite a bit of research, says Eloise is Tabitha, who lost her memory and time traveled back and was adopted. Tabitha's parents before growing old and trying to stop himself time traveling. Right? Yeah, I mean, we don't know. I don't know. Maybe Eloise is alive. Maybe we'll see that. But there's definitely, from the previews, there's stuff in the basement that connects Victor to all of it. So I'm really excited to see where that goes.
You're kind of wondering if Victor's dad was there and got away, or
right,
just know they were missing.
Yeah.
Because in those drawings, were those Eloise that she brought back, or were they drawings that the kids did before? I have a hard time thinking we're in real world.
So many questions.
We're going to have fun next week with 2 different shows.
Yeah, we'll be with Daryl and then from.
Yeah.
We get names messed up.
I did good this time. So I just wanted the kudos. I actually remembered everybody's name this time.
Except Taryn says the kimono wrap was okay, Ito. This is why the word okay is overused on the show. But yeah, there's a lot. I mean, and you can dig deep, and there's a lot of, if you want to dig deep, there's a lot of Nordic folklore. There's a lot of fairy lore. There's a lot of fae and slua lore. There's
See,
so
that all loses me. I don't understand all that. I'm
yeah.
lost.
If it's got a Shalimon attached to it, I don't know. I really wonder if they ever consulted with M. Night Shyamalan on this, but it's Lost, and we know how crazy Lost was. So
Yeah.
but they did promise that the ending was not like Lost.
Correct.
So
Good, because I couldn't handle that. That's a cheap way out.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
Pam says I'm not done with the priest yet. Yeah, I don't think so either, Pam.
Yeah. Destiny, I can't wait to see my boo again next week.
Oh, yeah.
Not with his dad, abusive situation, or just a trip without him. Maybe just a trip without him in this. And why were Victor and his mom and sister not with the dad?
Yeah.
Or like I said, he could escape. We don't know.
Yeah. Right.
It's true. It's true. I wonder, and I think Elgin still needs to see some of the drawings. I think he needs to see.
I think it might like trip his memory or something of at least the dreams that he's been having.
Yeah, and even the artwork that's up in Ellis and Fatima's room, I don't think he's even seen the stuff that's up there. So,
oh yeah, Pamela, she mentioned it, and because these guys are the lost people, the attorney's VW Bug bus,
yeah,
actually in the area where you see Victor showing what's his face, Jade, the cars.
Okay.
Tabitha, whoever it was that he took him to see the car graveyard. In the distance, you can actually see the blue VW bus that was used in Lost for Turney. So it was pretty cool that you get to see that.
Destiny, she would like the backstories on all the creepy people. I just want Jamie to come back. I want to see Smiley.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to see Jamie.
Elizabeth wants to know, do we all think that the creatures were once humans like the walkers were? I don't think so. I'm thinking no.
No, I think they're creatures. They're just taking human form.
Yeah.
I think they took the form of whoever they killed.
Maybe, yeah.
No, I think they're fae and they're trying to assimilate.
But they had to have a model, so they took the form of whoever they killed. Yeah.
But I'd like to give a shout out to Randall that he saved the kids and Sarah. Everybody thought he was a bad guy, but he was there to save the day.
Who did?
AJ Simmons, yeah, he plays a good bad guy. He plays a good bad guy. But yeah, that poor cow, man.
That cracked me up. I'm sorry.
And then Victor,
you're wrong. That was brutal.
I said Victor saving Jay too. I loved it. He's like, Victor. He kept on him.
Victor got a gun. I was kind of like, Randall, really? He's got a gun? Really? He's got a gun?
He's going to use it too.
We already knew that Victor had a gun because Victor carried the gun around in his lunchbox. So now that he didn't have his lunchbox anymore because he gave it to Tabitha with her snacks. We knew that the gun had to go somewhere because it wasn't in the lunchbox anymore.
Right, because remember, Jim was upset that he had a gun.
Yeah. So it shouldn't come to any surprise to anybody that Victor had, or that Victor had a gun.
Did he pull the gun on Randall? I'd have pulled the gun on Randall too. He was going to go have a barbecue for one.
Yeah.
At least he alerted everybody. Once he got the kids into the bus, he alerted everybody, clicked on the lights, and started honking the horn. So,
well, like I said, I was thankful for that because I was afraid they'd blame him for the animals.
Yeah.
No, I think that it's nice that they show that Randall has
a good side.
A good side.
Yeah.
It's kind of like with Daryl and Merle. They were portrayed as these, backwards ass country fucks, for a better term. That didn't care about anybody but themselves, but both those characters redeemed themselves.
Yeah, so Randall might be the hero.
Randall might be the next Daryl.
There you go.
Randall's the next Daryl, Destiny. Come on now, baby.
Redneck.
Yeah, he has. I mean, and he has questioned everybody. He has had doubts about everybody involved.
Right.
So it's been interesting.
Hi, Dawn's brother.
Dawn's brother.
Every time I see him pop up, I'm like, oh, there's a Barker.
He's Dawn's brother. The
Yes,
Daryl Dixon of From.
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Can you imagine? Somebody did post that. Somebody took a picture with Daryl riding his bike into Fromtown. Can you imagine? Yeah. He'd be the only one brave enough to go outside at night.
Him and Carol would, both of them.
You'd go outside at night?
Yeah, fuck them monsters.
Mm-hmm.
Well, not me. I'd be hiding. If I did, I'd be hiding in the bushes like Sarah.
Look, if Rick Grimes was out there, I'd be out there, bet your ass.
In the bushes? You'd be in the bushes?
I sure would. I'd be crouching just like Sarah, man. I'd be there.
Yeah, it was crazy. But do you guys think she's gonna have a real baby? Well, like a baby, or do you think she's gonna have
the thing that you showed us earlier?
Yeah.
I think she's the next one to go on my list. Like, I feel like she's not going to be around for long. I don't know.
Well, we saw her teeth were falling out in the preview.
Yeah.
That is a good form of birth control. If a woman has to go through losing her teeth to have a child, no.
She has no calcium. It's like taking everything
exactly.
from her.
It's going to be like Rosemary's Baby.
Rosemary's Baby.
She's gonna have to start. She needs to eat meat.
That's what's gonna happen. She's gonna die. She's gonna have the baby, and then they're gonna have to deal with all the babies screaming around like Judith and carry it around.
Yeah,
but it's gonna be the devil. Rosemary's. It'll be the devil. It's gonna have these wicked eyes.
Yeah. Because Dawn's right. When you're pregnant, the baby leaches all of the nutrients out of your body, and if you don't replenish, and we know from currently that what's happening in the town, they don't have any food. All the vegetables are dead. They're going to have to live off of the minimal amount of meat that they've got now because they lost, the milkman took out one cow.
You need to make a meme of that, Carol.
It just cracks me up.
You need to make a meme. Make a meme.
I'm going to. You know it's going to happen.
Okay. So here's a really bad thought. They're probably going to turn to cannibalism. It kind of makes me think about, the
and then it turns into Barb's favorite movie,
Alive.
Yes.
But the Dalton Pass with the Donner family.
Right,
the Donner Pass.
Yeah.
So, we're going to turn to that. So what if when
I had to put that one up there, Angela. That was great. I want to see that at the camp.
You're not right, Ange. You're not right.
I want to see it for sure.
For Mom.
Gentlemen, that is my spawn right there.
So what if after they kill Tien, they harvest her?
Who? Fatima?
What?
Or Chin?
What after they kill Tien?
Yeah. They harvest her? Could you imagine? Could you see it? That's horrible.
You remember in Fried Green Tomatoes?
Eddie chewing down on a piece of jerky. That's just sick.
I'll be eating dirt. Mud pies first.
Fried Green Tomatoes.
Tainted meat.
Remember on Fried Green Tomatoes when they barbecued that guy and he's like, it's all in the sauce. This is the best barbecue. It's all in the sauce. I think they will turn to cannibalism though.
I'll eat a spider before I'll eat that.
I would too.
They're either going to eat Mama Chin or they're going to eat Christy after she gets.
Stop! Are you going to tell her that when she comes on here?
Oh my God!
Did they eat you? Well, we've got time to see if that happens. Did they eat you? But
I can't.
It's Chinese night.
That's horrible. Tina's going to hell for that one.
Tina, you're going to hell.
Tina.
Well, this has gone downhill very fast.
Oh my God.
But I do think they're going to turn to cannibalism. I don't know who's going to like first to go, but I've heard they're strong. You know, they're starving. That's what they had to do in Donner.
Look, you're either the butcher.
They got
or
animals first. They got animals. We got a little bit of time.
Yeah.
They don't got that many. Like, you know,
You're either the butcher or you're the cattle. I mean,
And remember, she said to plant stuff everywhere in little spots.
Terry's going to hell too.
but you're hungry again in 30 minutes later. Oh, dear Lord, forgive us.
Oh my God.
Oh, God, forgive us all for our sins.
Oh my God.
That makes you want to eat that spoiled egg, doesn't it? That rotten egg.
That's just not right. Oh my God.
We're putting you, Terry, we're putting you in the box.
Right, I'm going in the box.
Where he's in the box.
Put him in the box.
Him and Tina, both in the box.
Oh, it's a whole new meaning to eat me.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh my God.
Are there any cats in that town?
No.
You know why, too, right?
Casey Collins said she'd be feeding them one last time. That's it. Casey's in the box too.
Destiny. Ew.
What's in the box?
Hey, at least Elizabeth
the
has thought it too. She's thought about cannibalism.
Yeah.
But I think Jade's gonna be the one that says we gotta eat each other. You know, he's gonna be like, we gotta eat somebody.
I can't see him saying that though, because he's so picky.
But he's batshit crazy right now. He's laying under string balls.
Here's the thing. How the hell did Victor last so long?
They've had peaches. It hasn't been until recently that everything's gone to shit. The trees have moved. The peaches have gone away. These have run out. That's what, and he even
They
said
had
that.
to have come across a situation like that before, though, unless there isn't a before, and this is all just
Well,
not
Victor
real.
said that this has never happened before, and
Right.
Boyd is the one who found the animals.
Yeah, yeah.
So
And remember when everything started getting really bad, that's when everybody got killed. You know, and he was the lone survivor.
Uh-huh.
So
right.
But then when they go further out into the forest, they find more things.
mhm.
Yeah. Yeah, it might be
Randall
Angel. Right. It might be Randall that suggests it.
Randall will be pushing to eat everybody.
Yeah, yeah. That's what Angel said. He might be the one to suggest it. So
He's
All
gonna
right.
be like, eat Donna.
yeah.
Yeah.
No, don't eat Donna. I like
No.
Donna.
No, we want Donna and Victor and Boyd to survive. And
Yeah.
And
Jade.
Jade.
And
And
Jade.
Jane.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because they're
Yeah.
our favorites.
We definitely want Jade to survive.
Yeah.
Oh, show.
Yeah.
Oh, so.
Yeah.
Well, he still has that beard, so I'm hoping.
Yeah.
Yeah, had he been shaven, I would have been a little disappointed.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I
Look
don't
at us
know.
painted.
I love how you know that post production crew had a hell of a time removing everybody's cold ass breath from all those outdoor scenes because it
But
was
you,
cold.
but you see it when Boyd is talking to Ethan. You see the breath.
Mhm.
So you know it's a little bit cold. It's a little chilly.
Yeah,
So
for sure. For sure.
anyway,
There are way more beyond what they could say that was before what he had moved to.
okay.
All
So we
right.
got next week two shows to talk about.
Yeah.
And what are they, Barb?
Daryl Dixon, who did the Book of Carol,
Mm-hmm.
and the second episode of from. Would you have the
Yeah.
name of that one, Dawn?
Mm-mm, not yet.
Okay.
Where we go or something like that. Like, wait, you got it, Mark Carroll.
Huh?
You
Huh?
got it? Huh?
Huh?
Huh? You have it?
I can.
Who's
I
five?
saw this, but I don't have it on me.
When we go.
When we go.
We go together like ribba a ding ding ding. All right, my boo.
Okay.
It's stressful, that's for sure. Grab your drinks.
Yeah, get ready.
Okay. We like to thank our Patreons and financial supporters of our show. Destiny, she's in the house. Terry is in the house, and Kay Collier. Sandy Morrison, Tracy Killen Stokes, Ben and Melissa Gilbert, Pamela Blythe, she's in the house tonight. Marianne Craig, Jason Cohn, Wesley and Sarah Hale, Randy Nickel, Jasmine Mullins, Edward and Diana Ponce Krupa, Casey and Katrina Florig, Jason Hill, Jonathan and Michelle Cooley, Dava Tuckerman, Tina Stromberg. Tina is in the house tonight. Debbie Juno Jerome, Fawn Montalago, and our very own Dustin Baker. And a special thank you to Casey and Oscar. And we just got a message that Casey and Oscar was just starting season 1, episode 4.
Yay!
So now they're going to understand.
Yes.
All the pomp and glory about it.
Yes.
So if you want to check us out, we are on Facebook. We have our podcast page and our group page where we play our games and give away monthly prizes. We are on Instagram, YouTube, Spotify, Twitter. We have our own merchandise on Spring Tea. And we have our Patreon, and it's like $10 or $20 a month.
And why do people want to be Patreons, Dawn?
Because we give back to these lovely people in the comments.
Yes,
the
we do.
Brumley family and the TWD family.
Yes. And we're also on IMDb.
Yes.
Yay. Super excited about that.
No autographs, please. No autographs. No autographs.
And then we are going to be sponsor of the camp this year? Yes.
Yes,
We're going to be a sponsor.
Our lips will be on your bodies.
Yes.
Uh-oh.
Super excited about that.
That's how stories get, that's how rumors get started.
Yeah, I ain't afraid. Come at me.
I ain't scared.
I ain't scared.
You don't have our lips all over you.
That's right. Thank you, Destiny. We think you're the bomb.com too, baby.
Thebomb.com.
Stop it.
Stop.
Camp
All right.
is still taking me. Uh-oh, Dawn, you got called out by your brother.
I know. He's like, you still taking me? Yeah. They're going to put him to work.
Yep. All right.
Get to work.
I got to find our thingy bopper. Stand by. All right. We love you guys.
Bye. See you next week.
Leave me home.